If you bleed crimson and blue, Wednesday mornings just became required listening. Catch Henry Greenstein from the Lawrence Journal World live every Wednesday morning as the official KU Insider on Sports Daily. From Allen Fieldhouse to the gridiron, Greenstein brings you breaking Jayhawk news, insider analysis, game previews, and direct access to Kansas athletics. Stay ahead of the game with Henry Greenstein every Wednesday morning on Sports Daily, only on Sports Radio KFH.
Did you know Skechers makes high-performance footwear for almost every sport you play? Here's what our athletes are saying.
Hi, I'm pro basketball player OG Anunoby. I dominate in Skechers basketball. Skechers delivers championship-level performance.
I'm WNBA star Jackie Young. Skechers keeps me quick, comfortable, and ready for anything.
And you can get high-performance Skechers and hands-free slip-ins technology. Just step in and perform.
I'm pro golfer Matt Fitzpatrick. I play in hands-free Skechers golf slip-ins.
Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or whatever high-performance sports shoes are sold.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time. Like on Wash and Wax, you can get 3 Meguiar's products for just $20. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Empower. Katie got a VIP box for the postseason. She worked with Empower to help her get good at money so she can be a little bad. She planned well and was able to bring the whole family.
Who wants homemade egg salad sandwiches?
Even Beth.
Horseradish? Anyone? How about some tuna on rye?
Oh, strike 3, Beth. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albrocht. Stay right there for the latest breaking and sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. It's a little slow on Southeast Boulevard northbound at 31st Street because of construction. Allow a few extra minutes. And watch for construction on Kellogg eastbound between K96 and 143rd Street. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather. Good morning and happy Friday. We'll see a few clouds this morning, then sunshine and heat this afternoon. High of 96, south winds 5 to 15. Mostly clear and 72 tonight. The heat is on this weekend. Mostly sunny, breezy, and hot both Saturday and Sunday. 103 Saturday, 105 Sunday. About the same early next week. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Purple Power is alive and well in Manhattan.
Down the sideline! Touchdown, Kansas State! Oh, my!
Every drive, every down, right here.
Fire it downfield. It's intercepted by the Cats.
Join us Saturday, September 5th, as the Wildcats kick off the 2026 season against the Nichols Colonels in Manhattan. On your home for Kansas State Wildcat football. 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
This is 97.5 and 1240 KFH, Wichita, K248CY Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albrocht. Stay right there for the latest breaking and sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Hola amigos, Brad Evans here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. If you're seeking a likely cash back, a certain Giants tight end, featured primarily in the slot this summer and billed as the second best receiver on the team behind Malik Neighbors, Isaiah Likely is poised to break out. Roughly 70 grabs are highly attainable. Give me Likely 750 plus receiving yards at plus 125. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Andy Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The college football season starts this weekend with week 0. You get UNC and TCU taking place in Dublin. I don't think the game is must-win for UNC, but this season, they better have better results. Last year felt like a PR stunt more than any real opportunity to win. Maybe they like that there, but my guess is those with the big dollars are going to want to see some wins. The pressure's on Bill. I'm Denton Day.
It's all on the app.
I honestly love that I can listen on the app anywhere and anytime.
And it's all on demand. It don't get any better.
Download the Odyssey app and listen anywhere.
Looks like me and Vincent caught you boys at breakfast. Sorry about that. What you having?
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers! The cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast. You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France?
No.
Tell him, Vincent.
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese. You know why they call it that?
Because of the metric system?
Check out the big brain on bread. You're a smart mother, that's right.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio.
I don't need metric system.
97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Don't mess with me. I'm one crazy mofo. I had to pop a cop because he wasn't giving me my props in Oaktown.
You are not cool.
No, I heard that somewhere.
Jabroni.
All right, welcome back in to another Sports Daily. It's Jacob Albrocht, it's Brady Bowman, it's Max Power, and we are coming to you live for 3 hours, and we're glad to do it here on this Friday, the final Friday before football fully begins. We get college football this weekend. We get a little taste, a little action. Game out there in Ireland, and then kind of a full slate on Saturday. Nothing marquee, but certainly Power 4 teams kind of all over the place. So we'll be tuning in a little bit on Saturday for some college football. We've got to celebrate today in a way. Now, Brady, we're going to do this before, so we're changing up the picks process a little bit this year. I've been thinking about that. As we're getting ready and have not laid out our predictions yet in the NFL or college football or anything else. So we're going to change that up a little bit this year. We're going to make those predictions a part of our picks. So we're going to have TJ Cleveland, Paul Savage in the final hour to get those picks ready. We're going to go on a point system so that it allows us to pick a national championship and a Super Bowl, and you get bonus points if you get those right. So be ready, Brady, to make those selections today. Here we go. We're doing it. We're making those picks a little bit later. The preseason picks here on Sports Day. We'll have that in the final hour. In the first hour, we have Jaylon Thompson as the Royals get another big win last night, Brady. And here we go. You know, they're marching their way to it. As we've said a million times, just entertain us for another couple weeks. That's all we're asking. Jaylon Thompson, our Royals insider of KC Star, will hop in and join us coming up in just a little bit later this hour. KU has its starting quarterback named, Brady. That was sort of the big news of yesterday that we will get to as well.
It may surprise some people.
It surprised me. I'll be honest.
Same.
It surprised me. Count me. What is it?
Color me surprised. Yeah.
Color me surprised. Yeah. That'd be me. I did surprise me. But we'll have that for you as well. It's all coming. What's on tap? Brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, featuring Oztoberfest, the deeply copper-colored German-style brew that'll make you click your heels, grab your stein, and follow the Copper Brick Road to the land of Oztoberfest. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. Glad to be with you here. Max Powers manning that KFH hotline at 869-1240. As always, you can call in, be a part of the show. You can email us at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. We've got you as well on 12 News Connected. Appreciate everybody tuning in there to the stream. Also on the socials, Facebook, YouTube, X. You can chime in right there in those comment sections. We can put those out over the air as well. And thanks to those listening to us on the Odyssey app, anytime you can leave us voice messages there. Just push the little microphone button as we make our way through it. Brady, I'm surprised by the KU quarterback announcement.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
Isaiah Marshall. And we'll get into this in the next segment, but Isaiah Marshall is going to be the starting quarterback at Kansas. As I've thought more about it, it's made a little bit more sense. I get it. I understand it. So we'll have that. As we make these picks and predictions today too, Brady, we got to kind of lay ours out. Now, we'll pick those in that segment with Savage and Cleveland, but you and I owe the listeners a Super Bowl prediction. So we'll make that. Before we make those picks later and kind of explain how the process will work this year, we've got to, talk people through our mental processes to a Super Bowl. And, man, I don't know that I've ever been as just kind of open-ended, don't know where I'm going. There are 1,000 different ways I could take it, and that's fun. I'm kind of excited about that. It's
like,
good.
Who do I have against the Rams?
Oh, really? You're going Rams? Okay.
Well, I just feel like that's the.
I don't think I'm going to go Rams. I don't. Spoiler alert. I don't think I'm going Rams. I just can't decide who to go with. Otherwise, I can't do it. Nice job with the intro this morning, Max. Mention of the metric system. I don't have any need for the metric system. Who needs a metric system? We got a Pulp Fiction and an Austin Powers
Fantastic.
in the intro. I mean, come on now. Let's go. Who's I talking to the other day that had not seen Pulp Fiction? I think it was TJ. Now, that's not that surprising. That movie for younger people becomes a bit obscure, I suppose. For us.
TJ hasn't? Wow.
I think that's who it was. I think that's what we got to remember. Like, people, Brady, you and I are, compared to our peers, getting a little longer in the tooth. Pulp Fiction came out long before somebody in their mid-20s was born. Good movie, though. Good flick. And, yeah, great line on the metric system, which, yes, I have no use for. Why would we? We're not.
Well, yeah, with cheese.
We're in the United States of America. I need to watch that movie again. It's been a long time.
It's been a while for me as well.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Again, 869-1240 is the number. The news of the morning, and we'll get into this. Isaiah Marshall named the starting quarterback at KU, according to multiple reports. What am I seeing here this morning about are the Patriots trading Christian Gonzalez? What's going on there?
No, I can't handle that.
What's happening there?
I'd trade him. I'd trade him in a heartbeat.
Ooh, Max from the top ropes. He doesn't even care.
That guy wants more money than he's worth, and
get him out of here.
They won a championship without Ty Law, and he's not Ty Law yet.
He's pretty
You
good.
can get a couple of draft picks for him and a player.
Good. Yeah, no, you're right. Listen, Max. I don't. It's the same dilemma the Cowboys faced with Micah Parsons. Interesting. The Cowboys are desperate. Would the Cowboys trade for him? Kind of go the opposite after they do Parsons and really shove it all in. Their secondary was awful. And they've added some pieces. Guy like Christian Gonzalez, I'd do it.
They don't have the cap space, though, Jacob.
They can always make the cap space because they can renegotiate a Dak contract. I don't believe Dak's has been renegotiated yet. So they can make the cap space. The problem they would have with it is George Pickens also wants to get paid, and the optics on that might be bad.
Yeah,
he's.
I think Vrabel wants to get rid of anybody that he didn't draft.
What's that?
I think Vrabel wants to get rid of anybody he didn't draft.
Maybe, and that makes sense. Look, if they can get high draft cap, and they could get at least a first for Christian Gonzalez, and Vrabel doesn't want him there, then it's an easy decision.
They can get two.
Easy decision. I'm seeing the Lions listed there as a team. Commanders. I think any of those three teams make sense. You got to be a team that's right there. Sort of like the Packers, who made the bold move to go get Parsons. Has not worked out for them. I don't happen to think it will long term, but they tried. No fault them for it. You got to look for a team like that, like the Cowboys, who traded away Parsons, oddly enough. Like, would they do it to really push it all in? I'm a fan of Christian Gonzalez, though. I will say I think he's awesome.
He
That's
was
interesting.
fantastic in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. Does that potentially impact how we're picking the Super Bowl? Maybe. We will find out soon. We also have news with Josh Jacobs. Oh, boy. Yikes. Looking bad for the Packers running back. We'll
That
get
didn't
into
get
that
as
a little
much.
bit as well, too. But when we come back, the news of the day, Isaiah Marshall. Let's talk about that on the other side. The hardest name to spell in the English language as far as first names, Isaiah, not Isaiah Pacheco, Isaiah Marshall, different spellings, will be the starting quarterback for Kansas. So get ready as you're tweeting out all those highlights, KU fans, to spell the Isaiah the right way. Did they make the right decision, though, Brady? We're going to talk about that next.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Daily is on KFH.
Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the program. Got the big member tournament out there where they have a big party and play a ton of golf. It's one of the premier events of the year. Still waiting on some other member to invite me, Brady. I'm not sure where my invite has been.
Someday, James.
Someday, maybe. But it's a great event, very cool. Of course, all the golf, 36 holes, tennis facilities, kids cave, restaurant, bar, great place to go watch games, the simulators. They literally have it all for you, and membership options you won't believe. Give them a call. Go take a tour of the facilities. Tell them we sent you from Sports Daily here. We appreciate them on the program. We'll get to the Royals in just a minute. Jaylon Thompson joins us next segment. We'll get to kind of the big story, though, of yesterday, Brady, and that is Isaiah Marshall. Chime in, KU fans. You like the decision, 869-1240. You can also comment on the video streams. I was surprised. I thought Cole Ballard was going to win this job, Brady, just simply because he's got the experience. We've seen him play. He's played in each of the last 3 seasons in very limited capacities. That freshman year when he got out there, we got to see a little more of him. But over the course of his career, basically if you totaled it all up together, you'd probably have about, 2.5, 3 games of work to get, to compile it. Only completed 55-ish% of his passes. 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, although a lot of those, 3 of those 4 came in his freshman season. He's a pretty good rusher. He's averaged 5 yards a carry over his career. He's not afraid to run the ball. He'd had the experience. I thought he was going to win it. Isaiah Marshall, we don't know much about, except he's an insane athlete that is very adept at running the ball at the quarterback position. We've seen him throw the ball very late. He had 3 passing attempts last year, but he's run the ball a lot. He had 15 carries last year, 10 yards, almost 11 yards a carry, Brady. So what does it tell us? Because, kind of the conversation in camp had been that nobody's going out and winning this job. I don't know we don't know. Like, was it so close they liked them both? Was nobody becoming a clear and heavy favorite in that? I'm not sure. But Isaiah Marshall gets the nod. What it tells me is Kotelnicki wants the weapon, right? He wants to be able to run him. He wants to be able to utilize that skill. I don't know what he's going to look like throwing the ball. I don't know how much Cole Ballard might play in that game. Is it exclusively Isaiah Marshall? Is it 50-50? I mean, it's LIU. I think they're going to be about a 40-point favorite, I read. So maybe you see them both, and it's just he's out there first. I'm not real sure about that. It was reported, and then, obviously we haven't heard anything. We'll find out next week. What do you read into this decision?
Confusion. Because I thought Cole Ballard had it, and this comes, Jacob, a day after KU names their captains for 2026, one of them being Cole Ballard. So you wouldn't think that when you hear like, oh, this candidate for starting quarterback just named one of the captains. That seems like that's good for him to start. And then we get Isaiah Marshall. But I think what it tells me, Jacob, is that looking at Isaiah Marshall, he's not the biggest guy in the world, about 6 foot, 250, 215, is what I'm reading. And Jaylon Daniels not that big of a guy either. Jaylon Daniels is right around 6'2".
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think what it tells me is that they see enough in Isaiah Marshall that this is the type of move where it tells me that this is the guy they have the most faith in and maybe want to build the program around for the next couple years, potentially, because Cole Ballard just seems like that's more of a rebuilding type of start or just kind of a fill-in, like filling in a gap year more or less. But it seems like with Marshall, who he had an amazing high school career out of Michigan.
Ballard, who I believe was a former walk-on. Check me on that.
Yes. Yes.
So he's still got 2 years in the new 5 and 5 rules. Now Marshall has 4 potentially. I suppose I would be surprised if either of these guys, in a good way, I would be positively surprised. I think it would be a great thing if either of these guys are the starting quarterback when we're having this conversation next year. It means one of them probably played pretty well, right? I think that would be the best case scenario. And you're right. If that is the case, then yeah, getting Marshall for 4 years potentially would be fantastic. But is he the best quarterback? How good is he? That's the thing. Like, are we just kind of having to pick one? Or is KU really excited about the prospects of Marshall being their starting quarterback? And look, Kansas isn't the only place this is happening. This is happening all over the place. But there's a lot of teams that don't know who their starting quarterback is going to be. There's a lot of teams that go back and forth. There's a lot of really good teams that go back and forth at that position throughout the course of a year. So I don't want to read too much into it. Just trying to get a sense of, did Marshall go out and win it, or did neither one of them win it and they just had to make a pick?
Yeah, that's what's so confusing because, again, yesterday Cole Ballard's named one of the 5 captains for the team. So typically you think
he's one of the more experienced players.
Right. Yeah,
and they name punters and kickers captains sometimes, and you're like, okay.
That's true. But usually those are starters. So, yeah, I think to me it seems like they have some excitement for Marshall and enough excitement to be like, let's give him a shot that really maybe, this is the guy we go with for the next couple of years. Cole Ballard's a redshirt junior. And I think definitely they're confident. They have confidence in Cole Ballard with that, naming him a captain. Of course, that's usually more of a leadership character thing. But they're definitely confident that if Marshall struggles, Ballard's right there.
I bet we see them both. And not even just, I'm going to stick with my gut on that. Not even just in a, like, we're way up, we're going to play Ballard. I think Kotelnicki can find a way to use them both. And until we see Marshall throw the ball, because that's the real unknown in all of this is we don't know what kind of passer Marshall is. Not that we know he's not a good one. We just don't know, right? We haven't seen it. He might be really good. But until we get a chance to get out there and see him sling it around a little bit, I'm going to reserve and just say, I would imagine that this is an offense that utilizes both its quarterbacks. That's what would make the most sense to me. So I don't think that changes. I just think Marshall takes the snaps first. Now, if we see in that game Marshall, the quarterback, the full time, while they likely build a big lead against LIU and he just stays in there, and then it's Ballard maybe toward the end of the game just because, then I think that tells us that Marshall did truly go out and win this job. And that's the plan. He is the quarterback. I just don't want to, until we see it, or until we hear Lance Leipold say it, and him say he is our starting quarterback, he will get the snaps. And unless he explicitly says it, I still think we're going to see these guys split the reps. Don't you think if Marshall was that kind, like, I think we would have had that news sooner than yesterday if Marshall was just truly dominating enough to go win that job. It's a strange dynamic, of course, Brady, because we don't really know how Lance Leipold handles a quarterback battle either. Like, we're going to go back to his days at, was it Whitewater, to find out how he handles a quarterback battle? We don't know. He's had Jalen Daniels there forever.
Yeah, the whole time, yeah.
And it's been a foregone conclusion that's never been questioned. It's just going to be Jalen Daniels. So we don't really know that either. We don't know if he's, prone to run a couple of quarterbacks out there and be okay with that. I think in college football it's fine. I'd have no issue with letting both of these guys play. But again, I want to leave open the possibility that Marshall's a gifted passer and we just watch him throw the ball around and be good at it and just take the job by the horns too. I don't want to overthink, though, the news of yesterday, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make. Just because we get a report that he's going to be the starting quarterback, does that change my thought that they're going to use both of these guys? Does that change my thought that it's been a close battle? No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to hold to what I've thought all along, and that's that both of these guys are going to play. They both have skills, Brady, that you can utilize them both, don't they?
Yeah, I think especially early on, that's probably what you're going to see. Well, how about the percentage, Jacob? What are you thinking? Are you thinking like a true 50-50 or?
It's a good question. Going into this thing before yesterday, yes, I thought 50-50. I thought very much we would just see both guys play a lot. I would probably back off that a little bit. The thing is, in an offense where we don't truly know a lot about any part of it, right? And I'm just going to pull up the depth chart here. We don't know what is going to happen really anywhere, to be perfectly honest. Do we? Like, what are we confident in? I mean, we think Dylan Edwards is going to get a lion's share of carries. I still do kind of need to see that first, especially with Dylan Edwards. I don't know. We know Cam Pickett. I don't really know the other receivers. Most of, the other guys being thought of as starters are transfers, so don't know a ton about them. We know Edwards. Marshall now the starter. So what does that tell us? I think it tells us they're going to be a run-based team early on. And making Marshall the starter would seem to indicate, could you run some kind of like read option offense? Listen, if Isaiah Marshall is as explosive as explosive a runner as we've seen, and Dylan Edwards is fully healthy, and you get the best of Dylan Edwards, those two in a read option offense, I mean, that will be an interesting offense to watch. Cam Pickett, I like. So I get why they're going Marshall. I think it's easier right now to go Marshall. I think the offense can simplify a little bit if you go Marshall and just become sort of, let's run the ball and let's see if they can stop us. We'll run to set up the pass. And then we'll run it a different version of. That's the one thing that makes me think I might be wrong about the split time, Brady. Can you run the same offense with both quarterbacks? Do you basically have to run two different offenses? Which it's possible. It happens all the time. Remember back to the Will Howard, Avery Johnson split, Brady? They weren't really letting Avery Johnson throw a bunch when he came in to those games. And there was a stretch of games he came in a lot. He pretty much just ran the ball exclusively. He didn't throw it much at all in those games. What did he have against Tech? Five touchdowns or whatever it was. Is that right?
That sounds right.
Am I remembering that right?
Sounds good.
So can they run both offenses? I think they probably can. I think, though, when you think about the start of a season, when you think about all the unknowns, it is an easier solution to just say, okay, let's do this. Let's put this incredible athlete back there with another incredible athlete in Dylan Edwards, and let's just run the ball. Right? Let's test out what's also a mostly new offensive line, and let's just see if we can run the ball a bunch. Because that keeps your defense off the field, which we all know would be a gift based on what we saw a year ago. Keeps the defense off the field, play a little ball control, dominate a game that way. And the thing about Marshall and Edwards is they're both house call guys, right? They both break loose. They can house one. They're those kinds of runners. So I get it. I think it makes sense. I thought it was going to go the other way. I thought it was going to go Ballard. It goes Marshall, and I can totally understand why. I do.
Yeah, it seems to be Marshall's impressed enough to, and he's way younger too than Ballard. So yeah, maybe they see enough that they want to see how he handles it too. And going back to what you're talking about, this is kind of the first time at KU with Leopold there that there's actually this kind of a quarterback situation to handle that has nothing to do with the injury. Because the whole time he's had Jalen Daniels, like we talked about, that's a no-brainer on who you're going to start there. But the juggling he's had to do as a KU football coach so far has just been handling injuries. And, how much do you wait on Jalen Daniels to heal before you put Jason Bean back on the bench? Like, that's basically been the big quarterback decisions he's had to make so far in his career at KU, all surrounded by injury base. This is like the first time, Jacob, since he's been there, that he is really making a decision. That this is where it's like he's going what the quarterback he thinks that is best. It is unknown.
First time at Kansas, right? First time that we've seen. I'm certain that in all of his years of coaching, Lance Leipold has had true quarterback battles to go into a season.
Yeah, no doubt.
I do think with and it's of course the return of Kodal Nicky, which everybody is happy with, and all of these things. I really think it makes sense. I hope that it tells us Marshall's a really exciting player that we can just get fired up for, that makes explosive plays all the time and does those things. I really hope that's the case. I think that would be incredible. But again, we got to see it though. We just kept hearing all off season, nobody's really going out to win this job. And that's never a good feeling, right? Like, wouldn't it have been nice if 3 weeks ago they're like, man, Isaiah Marshall's going to be the starting quarterback. He's looked awesome. It could be because both guys have looked good enough, but we haven't heard that from the people watching practice. So I'm excited to see them play. I'm excited about a Marshall-Dylan Edwards backfield potentially, though. I will be honest about that. Like, that is intriguing, and it makes sense to how Kansas might need to try to win football games this year. So I think it's all fine, and I think it all makes sense. I think it makes perfect sense that he's named the starter. We'll get some thoughts next week from Lance Leipold on the decision and how that might look in the game. All right. So that covers that. KU fans, you can chime in. 869-1240 is the number to call if you'd like to, leave your comments on the decision to go Marshall out of the gates. You can do that. Facebook, YouTube, X, those are available for you. When we come back, we're going to talk a little Royals. They're just, Brady, what are we at then? 10 out of 11? 10 out of 11?
Yeah.
What did Jaylon tell us last week? If they went and did something special over a next set of games, he'd say they're back. I think 10-1 in the last 11 qualifies. We'll see if he's willing to say that.
Feels pretty bad.
The Royals are, at least they may not be back, Brady, but they're interesting. Again, they're playing well, and they're still 8.5 games. They're still 8.5 games back of the wild card, despite winning 10 of 11. This is going to be the problem. There's too many teams ahead of them, but it is fun to see them play well. We'll discuss the game. Max will play us a little audio from the game coming back in, and we'll talk to our Royals insider, Jaylon Thompson, when we return on Sports Daily. Thanks for being here with us, everybody. Thanks to Prayer Fire Coffee for keeping us fueled up on the air. We're coming right back. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite, or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
that is pounded to right field. Way out of here. 1-0 Royals, 2 pitches into the top of the first.
And now, digging deeper with the teams you follow, it's another Sports Daily Insider interview on KFH.
That insider, Jaylon Thompson, Kansas City Star. Follow him on X at Jaylon Thompson. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman here. It is Sports Daily. Jaylon, I never had Carter Jensen as the leadoff guy when we were starting this season. That's been a role he's taken pretty nicely, though. That pop right off the top has been a positive for sure. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're entertained by the Royals, which is all we could ask for, Jaylon. Now, we came in last week, and what was the number we gave? What did we say would get us back interested if they won? I don't know. We gave it. What did we say? They needed to win
20-7. I think.
20-7 to get to 500, and now they're down to 6. They can only lose 6 to get to 500.
Well,
I think you said something about if they go out next week and win all those games that you were going to say they were back. And they did that, almost did that. Actually, they did, technically. Are they back, Jaylon? I have to ask now. You said it. I have to ask you there.
Are they back? I can't give them that because
they're not back.
They don't have the pitching to be back.
Yeah.
But is it fun? Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it worth a good night around town with your friends? Yeah. But will they make the playoffs? You better win these 3 games against the Guardians, or that's not happening.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I was looking at the wild card standings again, and it looks like the Guardians. I mean, they're on a 7-game win streak right now, I believe, is the last I saw. So they're doing what they need to do for sure. But boy, it does make it a lot more fun. And Jaylon just. Is there anybody more relieved right now than probably the Royals front office that this is happening to give us this, if anything, if we can at least keep this up a little bit, if anything, to kind of give some excitement going into next season instead of just kind of going on and thinking about, oh, why didn't we do this at the trade deadline, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, Brady, I think that it's good enough for them to believe that, hey, at least we put together the right pieces going forward to 2027. But also they can't be complacent because you did struggle this year. You did not have a great season until this last finish or flurry that you're on right now. So honestly, for them making the playoffs, if that is a possibility and they pull this off, it'll be a great story for the team, but the front office really still has to look at the roster, and we got to fix some things for 2027, regardless of what happens at the end of this season. I know that a lot of the players in the clubhouse believe that they can make a surprise late finish run towards the playoffs, but like I said, you have to win these 3 games in Cleveland.
But isn't that's a positive sign for the organization if they really do and they're genuine in that? That means that they've never let the misfortunes of this year get the better of them, right? Like that has to be a good sign for them to still have that sort of belief there, because that at least tells you the locker room's in good shape, no issues there, right? It's been a weird year, but there will be positives to take out of it. We're going to have a really interesting conversation in a week or two, Jaylon, if they keep playing like this. If it's like they get kind of close but don't get there and cost themselves the chance at an early pick, like that'll be a fascinating conversation as we watch Bobby Witt Jr. and Jack Caglione kind of lead the way. Both the Royals were sort of gifted very early in the draft.
Yeah.
They won't have that opportunity if they get too good here now. So you better push them all in and be ready to roll, because you never know what that's going to mean. That'll be a fun conversation. But I think, and I would tell people, to hell with all that. Like they're playing well. Enjoy that. Let them play well. Let them try to carry it over, because at this point, that's all they can do. They made a conscious decision to run this thing back. So them playing well now is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I do. I think that in the grand scheme of things, you're seeing everything that you wanted to see this year albeit just at the very end of the season. You're seeing Carter Jensen be one of the best rookie catchers that this organization has ever had. Really, one of the best rookie catchers that you've seen in the last 20 years in MLB history for what he's putting up. You're seeing Jack Caglione emerge into that 30 home run guy that everyone knew he could be, maybe even 40 home runs, depending on how he continues to swing the bat. I mean, he has a really good case to be the August player of the month for what he's been doing with the Royals. And yes, you're seeing Vinny Pasquantino come back around after the hamate injury, and he's adding some dynamics. And it's less talked about, but you got career years from Michael Massey and Nick Lofton. You got a lot of things are going. Noah Cameron was looked like the best left-handed pitcher in the league since he started calling his own pitches. So you have guys that are really playing well right now. And will that carry over into 2027? That's what you hope. You hope those young guys can carry it over. You hope that Bobby Witt Jr. can still be Bobby Witt Jr. next year and with those guys and carry it over. You hope Michael Garcia can come back next year and be better from an injury-filled year and carry it over, right? So they're honestly, the core pieces are playing like they should have been playing all year. It's just a matter of, do they have that late kick? I'll tell you what, though. If Bobby Witt Jr. goes on one of those torrid runs that he's known to do at this point in the season with everybody else clicking, then you could conceivably see them rattle off another 9-game winning streak and be in the mix. Like I said, if they're going to do it, they have to win these 3 games in Cleveland, and they got to run the table at home against Toronto and Miami. If they can do that, now you might have something shaking before you go to Boston.
Cleveland's also won 8 out of 10, Brady. That's the
Look
problem.
who they played.
Yeah.
Look who they played.
There we go, Jaylon. That's right. Remember, context.
Yeah.
Let's not get too excited about that. We're fine. Cags, you mentioned Cags, Jaylon.
Yeah.
I can watch that home run he hit just over and over and over against the position pitcher, the outfielder pitching last night. It just looked so effortless. It looked like he didn't even take a full swing. He just kind of like flicked at it and it just went like almost out of the park.
Yeah.
You mentioned that tear that he's on. I mean, just adding to the excitement. I mean, talk about what's been working so well for Cags, and also as far as I talked about how good this second half play has been, probably for the relief of the front office, but probably also for the relief of the skipper there, Quintero.
Yeah, I would say for Cags, they have found a way to get him out of his head. And I know that's a hard thing for a lot of young players to get through when you're struggling and your first year you come up, you have all this immense pressure on you to be the guy, and everybody's like, he's the savior, and it's a lot of pressure and you can get in your head, right? So this year, they really just got him back to being fundamental, to keeping it easy, keeping it simple. Just take a clean swing, and let your natural talent evolve. And I think that never getting too high, never getting too low. I know those are cliches in baseball, but for him, it really is that case where you take the positives out the day, you take the negatives, and you try to improve on them. And you just keep turning the page. And I think you're seeing that. You're seeing the growth in his game. He still has some work to do in the outfield. I mean, judging some balls off the bat, but that's what every young outfielder that is learning a position in the big leagues. But you're seeing the bat and the power really can align, and he's taken to that third spot in the lineup. And when you hit behind Bobby Witt Jr., if you can hit bombs like he's been hitting bombs, that's a really good recipe for what the Royals want to do offensively, especially if you're going to go Carter, Bobby, and Jack Caglione as your 1, 2, 3 moving forward.
We got to remember, too, as we talk about offensive potential, Michael Garcia hadn't been there in forever. He's been great when he's out there. He's been great this year when he hadn't been hurt. Vinny Pasquantino's added about, 50 points to his average since he got off to the awful start. You go back and look since the end of May, he's become more of the hitter we're accustomed to when he's been out there. He's obviously had his injury issues also. But, like, you're talking about a top 3 there, but plus Garcia, plus Vinny Pasquantino. We think about a guy like Salvi, who likely down the road slots in down there maybe in the 6 or 7 spot. I think it works. I think it works well, in fact, if Jack Caglione and Carter Jensen not catch up to an overall ability to Bobby Witt Jr., that's unfair, but catch up to him as far as development, right? Getting closer to the players, getting closer to them, their peak selves. It all comes down to that pitching, though. We know that most of the rotation for next year is set. What have you seen, though, in this stretch out of the bullpen? How many of these guys that are pitching, they had a couple of nice performances last night. How many of these guys are you thinking could carry over and be helpful and handy next year in that pen? How many guys do they need to go get basically this offseason?
I think you have 3 to 4 guys that you can bring back next year from right now in this bullpen. Steven Cruz and Nate Pearson looks like guys that can be your high leverage guys in that back end. I think you need a veteran closer to go with them, because I don't think neither one of them are ready to be that closer yet.
I agree.
And I think that Daniel Lynch, as much as they want him to be a starter right now, I think he's better served in the bullpen as a left-handed arm. So I would say those 3. And then depending on what they want to do with Randy Dobnak, I just think you have to keep him. He's been too good to let him go away. Whether he's starting or in a long relief role, you need that guy down there because he knows what to do when he has a ball in his hand. And he's just a really good pitcher. So I think those 4, with the potential to get a veteran closer next year, with the potential to get a couple more guys in that bullpen that are veterans that can, be serviceable. I know people are high on Alex Lang, and I think he could be back. But if you're the front office, you want to get someone that's just as good or a little bit better than him. And then he can be an option either on a fringe role or in a first up in AAA, but you got to have somebody of his caliber or better down there to go with those 4 that we mentioned. And then I think starting rotation wise, you got to get 2 guys that can really lead the group. I know you have Michael Watkins and Seth Lugo, but you can't rely on them with their advanced age in the mid-30s to be your first 2 guys up. You gotta get a couple of frontline guys to lead with Noah Cameron, and then I think you got something. And honestly, quiet as it's kept, I think them signing Tony Gonsolin was for a reason. He could be a guy that slots into that role next year, and you really don't have to spend as much. Because I would rather take him as a 3 or 4, and then you can only get 1 frontline guy, and you might be okay. So it just depends.
Yeah, and maybe Ursig comes back too, and gives him some good health. All right, Brady.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, Jaylon, we've got the games coming up here, so they've got 6 to play with if they're going to get to 500. I still am not sure 500 is going to get it done, but the big one starts now. Big, massive series against Cleveland. That happens to be the team they're chasing. You make up 3 games on them at their place. Waka, Lynch, Lugo. Let's go.
Possible.
Let's do it. Are you not entertained?
That's the pitcher that you want if you want to do it.
Yeah. Let's go. Jaylon, we appreciate it. Let's talk again next week. Go find the work at the KC Star. Jaylon Thompson, our Royals insider.
See you guys next week.
We're coming right back. Headlines I missed when we return on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Wait a minute. It's Friday. I forgot. It's Friday. It's Friday.
Today is Friday.
You've waited all week. You've been waiting. Monday. You got through it Tuesday. You got through it Wednesday. You started to smell it. Thursday, you were right on top of it. And now it's here. It's Friday. It's time to rock and roll.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is another hour of Sports Daily. We are glad to be here. Thanks to Jaylon Thompson for stopping by. We can't get him to bite yet, though, Brady, on the Royals being back. Can't get it. We're getting a nibble. Just getting a little
close.
nibble. We're close. We're trying. Royals, keep us entertained. Go do something special in Cleveland this weekend. Let's just see what happens. Let's roll the dice. Why not? Why not? They're playing well. It's been fun. If you missed anything with Jaylon, good thoughts on the bullpen there, too. You can chime in on the Odyssey app. Max will podcast that out, and you can go in and hear it. We're going to make some picks today. We're doing it. We're going to bring in Paul and TJ in the second hour as if we were doing normal picks because we're adding this year. We're going to change the format a little bit, spice it up, mix it up as we go into the fall season with a new format on the show, 3 hours live every day, 8 to 11. We're gonna mix it up. We're going to make preseason predictions a part of our picks. Now, Brady and I have been we've been delaying Super Bowl predictions, but we'll do that here in this hour a little bit later because that's going to be a part of it. We'll kind of walk you through our process. We'll get you TJ's and we'll get you Paul's too because we're going to include them all. We're going to go on a point system this year. So picking the winners now has a little value. I think this will be fun. I think this will be a fun way to do it. Kind of keep us to task on this. And it'll be pretty simple, Brady. We're going to pick who we think's going to the Super Bowl and then who's going to win the Super Bowl. We're going to pick who's we think's going to a national championship and who's going to win a national championship. And those will be worth bonus points. And it'll kind of help us, get the juices flowing, kick things off a little bit. We're not going to go into great detail with you on, the college football national champions, but we'll pick them. But we will go into detail with you our Super Bowl picks. And we'll do that this hour. So stay tuned. We're looking forward to it. We've also got, after headlines I missed, here in just a few minutes, we will do a Sports Daily poll today, coming up at the top of the next hour, about 1 hour from now. It's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, your summer spot. Pizza and apps the whole group will love. Seasonal beers, a full cocktail menu for the adults, and new dirty sodas and homemade root beer that keep the kids happy. WBC you this summer at Wichita Brewing Company. We will get you available on the hotline, 869-1240, the email, sportsdaily@kfhradio.com, the video streams. You can comment on Facebook, on YouTube, or on X. You can leave voice messages through the Odyssey app. We also appreciate you watching on 12 News Connected online all the time with us here on Sports Daily. I'm Jacob Albrecht. He's Brady Bowman. Max Powers producing. And these are the headlines I missed.
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
All right, Jacob, let's see if you heard this headline. Tony Romo on Thursday issued 3 new citations stemming from his July arrest in Wisconsin. The spokesperson for the former Dallas Cowboys quarterback telling multiple outlets that he takes, quote, full responsibility for his actions, end quote. And kind of related with this, CBS also saying that there's right now no timetable on his return.
I'm glad he's saying that. I hate this. I really do hate this. It sucks so hard. I just don't like it. Do you think Tony Romo's ever... Well, let's do this. Let's do it 2 ways. Do you think he's ever in the main booth for CBS again?
I don't know. This season? I don't think this season.
I don't think he will.
Sure.
Be. I don't think he will be. Do you ever think he's in a booth again?
I think he's in a booth again. Yeah, no doubt about that.
I do too. But I don't think it'll be a CBS
distance of an extra point. Then, with a minute and 19 seconds minus what this play takes, Seattle will get the ball, and all they will need is a field goal to win the game.
You know what's coming, Jacob.
And they've got the best clutch field goal kicker in America this year in Josh Brown. Meanwhile, here's Gramatica. Romo holds. 19-yard field goal attempt. Oh, it is fumbled by Romo, and then Romo's going to run to the end zone, and he's going to get tackled by Jordan Babineau.
That was so crazy.
I know where I was. For that one.
Where were you?
God, I shouldn't have said that. I was at.
I think you're trying to be diplomatic here.
I was at the home of a former girlfriend in college. This part I don't remember. Perhaps meeting her parents for the first time. I believe that's correct.
Must not have left a big impression.
Well, my problem is I have a sailor's mouth, and they did not have those, and so I seem to recall like running somewhere and just like letting it fly. I don't think they heard me, but I think the girlfriend at the time got mad at me. Like, why do you have to do that? Or I don't remember all that, but I remember where I was. I remember where I was watching that moment. That was
I can feel your pain,
not
Jacob.
okay. What's that, Max?
I know your pain, Jacob. In 2007, the Super Bowl, I had to do a remote at the Palm Springs Resort Casino. And at the end, when they lost, some guy goes, "Why don't you burn that shirt?" And I go, "Why weren't you in the Trade Center?"
Oh,
Max. Mercy.
Good Lord.
Ouch.
That
was only 6 years after, too.
That's ruthless.
Mercy.
That's not okay.
They were ruthless to me.
Max, you need to go get checked out on that. Holy smokes. You can't.
I remember that Super Bowl. That was a tough time, Max. I do feel your pain there.
That's rough. Yeah. What year was the Romo fumbled field goal?
It had been 2006.
No.
Right?
Or was it that 2007 season?
No, because Holmgren was the coach, so that was
of Seattle.
2005.
It had to have been 2006 because that was my first year in Manhattan at K-State. Because I was in.
I felt like it was
first house I lived in
than that. But yeah, that's probably about right. 2005 or 2006.
I don't understand how he didn't get in the end zone. He was right there.
I know it was such a mess. It was such a mess. Life's a mess for him right now. I don't think he'll be in the CBS booth. I do think he'll find his way back to it, but he's handling it as well as you can handle it in the aftermath, I think. But he has a real big contract with CBS, and I'm not so sure they aren't going to take the opportunity there. All right, Brady, what else do we have?
This is interesting. Going back to baseball, Major League Baseball has proposed a 3-week free agent signing window in December. Sources confirming to ESPN this is part of a plan to generate an offseason transaction frenzy similar to those in the NFL and NBA.
Okay, lay this out for me.
So MLB wants free agency to officially begin on the Monday of the winter meetings, which take place in December. The window to sign players will close on December 21st and then reopen on the first Monday in February before spring training starts. So it's basically like adding this free agency window in winter.
Well, or incentivizing moving quickly in free agency. I saw some. I didn't see that, but I did see like a union reaction to that, and I think they took it as some olive branch to potentially adding a salary cap. I think the design of it would be, well, yeah, everyone's going to spend more money and go bigger quicker if we do it this way. I don't know what we're going to do with this baseball labor situation. Brady, I think we need a salary cap. I do. I think we need more than that, a salary floor. I think we probably need both. And players are going to have to. Players get fully guaranteed contracts in Major League Baseball. They get paid gobs of money, in relation to their peers. Now, they play more games. I understand that. They take on less and assume less injury risk, though, too. But they're fully guaranteed contracts anyway. I don't think that changes. I don't know what the players need, and they're going to hold strong on this. But I got to tell you, I think we're just going to have to get to a salary cap, which means we're going to have to get through a lockout. But when we watch the Dodgers doing what they're doing, and now they're kind of in trouble, like, again, I've always had more of a problem with teams that don't spend. But I think if you set a floor so high and you set a good cap, I think overall for the players, you might be able to get to a better place. Like, what's it better, that Shohei makes $70 million or that a bunch of guys make $5 million? It's tough. It's tough, but I think it's inevitable, and I think it's going to have to be because they've got to get some competitive balance in the way in team versus team in baseball. It's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, and this proposal is a part of that new CBA, and this would be exclusively with that salary cap system that this would happen.
They're trying to make it so teams spend quicker, which I get it. I mean, that would be good for the players.
Sure. Yep. MLB Players Association, you mentioned a union. They called it an artificial free agent window that, quote, would reduce player leverage and create a game of musical chairs pitting player versus player. So that's their thoughts on it.
They just don't want a salary cap. But at some point, they're going to have to lock out. I think baseball's got to have a salary cap. Again, I think it's more important that they have a salary floor, but I think they're going to have both to get there. You're not getting a salary floor without a salary cap on it. All right, Brady, let's make some Super Bowl predictions. I've been putting this off for a long time, admittedly. I still, as of right now, am not fully committed and decided, but we're going to have to. Next. Let's do it.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite, or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Nine 1240.
Time to get busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
Are you ready for this, Brady? Welcome back into Sports Daily, everybody. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman. We got to make some picks. I've been putting this off. I'm having a hard time this year. I really am having a hard time this year. I've gone back and forth. I have made a couple of like dart throw type, very small bets, but I think this is a tough NFL year. I don't like in the NFL when somebody is perceived a heavy favorite like the Rams are right now. I think that that's strange for this, for the NFL. I mean, we get it, but like to make it a foregone conclusion seems a little odd to me. Do they have the best roster? Yeah, I think they probably do. But this is football, man. So many weird things can happen. So I would tell you off the top, I'm not picking the Rams to win the Super Bowl this year. Not for me. I think that you are, but let's take it conference by conference here, Brady, and then we'll give you a winner. Paul and TJ are coming in. We're going to add this to our picks this year, which is why we're doing this, maybe a little bit earlier than we had anticipated, but I don't think many teams are playing many of their starters in the preseason. I don't think a whole lot's going to change. So I think we're safe to do it because next week we're going to be picking games. We're running out of time to some degree on this. So let's do it. Let's go into the NFC. Now, I don't think we need to sit here and give everybody, pick by pick. We went through and picked divisions at one point, but who is on your short list in the NFC? We can do it that way. Who are the contenders out of the NFC in your opinion?
Well, pretty much everybody in the NFC West except for the Cardinals, for sure. Any of those three teams. Let's see who else. Philadelphia seems to always find themselves in the mix. At least, they never feel out of it. And the Cowboys. I mean, both of us. I can't believe I'm saying this. I've always been the guy that makes fun of the Cowboys and anybody who gets too high on them. But I think there's a lot of things to like for what Dallas could bring, especially again, if that defense is just at least mediocre and not the worst like it was last season. If it's at least like moderate to mediocre, the Cowboys could make a run.
They can. I think if we're genuinely looking at it and we're just like from the hip, teams that could make it through the NFC and represent the Super Bowl. I think you have Dallas. I think you have Philadelphia, Detroit. I'll put Minnesota there, Chicago, and Green Bay. We're already at 6.
The North is stacked. Yeah.
And then the Rams, the Niners, and Seattle. That's 9 teams. I don't think anybody out of the South is good enough to go to the Super Bowl. But that's 9 teams that I feel like are. And that's why, for me, I don't think the Rams are some foregone conclusion. Yes, I do think the Rams will have the best roster. But we look at it and it's like, okay, But if we took any of those 9 teams and played a one-game scenario with the Rams, are they going 9-0? They could. But at the same time, I think any of those teams could beat them too. So here's what I'll tell you as we make our way through the NFC. For me, as I have those 9 teams, it's kind of like, okay, well, let's just go through sort of the process of it, and we'll start at the top with the Rams. I do think they have the best roster, but I also think they have an older quarterback who dealt with some back injuries last year. If they lose Matt Stafford, they're not winning the Super Bowl. I do think they took Ty Simpson for a reason. I do think they hope if something happened to Stafford that Simpson would be ready to go toward the end of the season. I do think they think of him as their long-term answer there. But he's not Matt Stafford, the Hall of Famer, who already has a Super Bowl under his belt. I think
MVP.
one of the great weapons they had on that offense was Devontae Adams last year. Led the league in receiving touchdowns. Also, getting older, getting a little long in the tooth. You know, that defense has a chance to be incredible, and the Rams can still run the ball. But I'm not going to put the Rams there because I think there's a lot of questions about some older players that I think could really hurt them. Seattle, I don't think, has any of those questions. Seattle is young. They're good. And they lost their Super Bowl MVP in Kenneth Walker. Am I really trusting Sam Darnold again? He's done it 2 years in a row. He wasn't incredible on their way to a Super Bowl. They were good enough to win it either way. But I think there's enough questions there. No Kenneth Walker, who kind of carried them through the postseason. Their defense has a chance to be just as good as the Rams' defense. The Niners, too old. Too many hurt players already. I just don't trust the Niners. Green Bay, I'm not, and I know Pat Boyle said yesterday he's a big Jordan Love believer. I think Jordan Love's fine. They lost a lot of wide receivers. I'm not, and we already have the Josh Jacobs issue. I'm not taking Green Bay. Chicago, I don't think is there yet with Caleb Williams, even though I'm a Caleb Williams fan. Minnesota's interesting, but again, I'm in on Kyler Murray this year, but to go to the Super Bowl, I think Detroit's really interesting. Love the offense. No issues with the offense. They did lose David Montgomery, which is a loss for sure. But they have Jahmyr Gibbs basically just getting more touches, which is always a good thing. Goff's good enough to do it. I don't know if their defense is. They're kind of in the same boat as another one of these teams we'll talk about. The Eagles are another one of the more interesting teams. They're still loaded and talented. Can a coaching change make that big of a difference on offense? We'll see. And then there's Dallas, who had an awful, awful defense really for 2 years now. But they've added pieces. They've changed coordinators. They've added a lot of talent through trades on that side of the ball. I think Philadelphia and Dallas are very similar, right? They're each trying to make a major change on one side of the ball and see if it sticks. At the end of the day, between those two teams, Brady, I think Dak Prescott's better than Jalen Hurts. I know people will roll their eyes at that, but I do. I think he's a better passer. Jalen Hurts does his thing, but I'll take Dak in that scenario. Dak's never won the big one. He's come up short in the playoffs time and time again. They can still run the ball. I told you this a couple of weeks ago, Brady. I don't know. I've got this just weird feeling on the Cowboys, and I am pretty historically pessimistic with them with Dak Prescott. I've never known if he was good enough to do it. But I've also said they had to go all in this year. This feels like maybe the end of their window. Everything is going right for them in the offseason. Pickens came back, willing to play on the tag. He's happy enough. Caleb Downs drops to them in the draft. He's looked as good as advertised. I think he was the most talented player in last year's draft. They took defensive players people love. Saw Louis Riddick the other day, who I think does a really good job on ESPN. Talk about their third-round linebacker out of Michigan and how he may be the best defender they even took. This wonderkind defensive coordinator, I'll take everybody's word for it. We don't know, but we've seen that happen. It's kind of what happened in Seattle, right? They take this hotshot defensive coordinator. He takes him to a Super Bowl. I'm going to take Dallas to the Super Bowl. That is not because I'm a Cowboys fan. In fact, that has made me typically more pessimistic on them. But I do think they have a small window, and they have done the things right to get there. And I'm going to take them. I'll take the Cowboys. They're gonna have to get home playoff. The thing that holds me back the most on the Cowboys, Brady, is can they have a good enough record to play those games at home? That's what gives me a little bit of pause. A lot of these other teams, I think, will be fine to go on the road. I'm not sure Dallas will be fine to go on the road, so they're going to have to win a lot of regular season games and get home games in the playoffs. I can't believe I'm doing it, but I'm just going to do it and be done with it and be at peace with it. I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Wow, how about that? That's a bold move, Jacob. But your reasoning is sound. Looking at the window. Let's see, Dak Prescott, he's 33, has a basically end of July birthday. So, he's still, it's not like he's about done, but when you look at all the pieces that are there, it just feels like if the pieces exist for a Super Bowl run, it feels like these are the pieces for the Cowboys right now. It's almost easier to look
Especially,
at.
and now this Christian Gonzalez news, like, go bold, Dallas, go do it.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be big for them to do that for sure. Them or the Eagles or the Lions, especially because the Lions and Cowboys are very similar. Like,
I agree, very similar.
They could miss the playoffs and still have an excellent offense with Gibbs and everybody else. St. Brown.
That's what happened a year ago.
Yeah, exactly.
The Lions, for the record on this, I believe I picked the Lions to go out of the NFC last year. Go back and check the tape, but I'm pretty sure I did.
It's almost, and I forgot about the depth of the NFC North. That's a pretty stacked division as well. It's almost like, which teams are you sure will not be in the Super Bowl? And really, it's like, gosh, I don't know. Like the Saints, they're not probably there yet. The Falcons just seem like kind of a mess. That the NFC South, the Buccaneers seem to be the strongest team out of that division going into this year. I don't have much faith in the Cardinals making any sort of run. And, the Giants, I want to say maybe the Giants are a team you could easily say you don't have to think about them, but they have a lot of good players. They have a lot of good talent. Really, it's just how healthy is Malik Neighbors going to be? I think that's going to be the big question for the Giants because I can see the Giants out of nowhere making a run when you look at the
but
guys
I will say that
roster.
Don't you think the NFC North is more likely to be top to bottom good than the NFC East?
In the East? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd agree with that. Yeah.
That's that because I thought about the Lions too, kind of on the same rationale.
Right.
I kind of, the Lions also, like you'd like to see them get home games. I think they may have a tougher time just because of the divisional games than the Cowboys would. And also, and I also think as good as, because I'm with you, I think the East is pretty good, but I think the NFC North is better, and I think the NFC West is better. And that's a part of it. Who can get the home games here?
Right. Although, Washington, a couple years ago,
I know
they were
Washington
the NFC championship game.
But Washington might be good. Right?
Might be.
I don't like I feel they're a maybe, and they could be good, right? But I feel like in these other divisions, like we're pretty certain these other teams are going to be good.
For sure. But, if I'm going to pick, if I got to pick one, it's just hard for me to go against the Rams.
The Rams are the right pick.
They're just stacked.
The Rams are the right pick. They have the path that makes the most sense. But here's the problem with NFL predictions when people are making them and trying to be definitive in them. The NFL is... It's not the only sport because this can happen, like if in the NBA you lose your star player, you obviously don't have a chance. Baseball, you lose your star player, you still have a chance with a good team, right? But in the NFL, man, it's quarterback. And if you have a quarterback injury, you're toast, you're done. And Stafford, that's it. That's the only thing for me that's kind of giving me just a little bit of pause with the Rams. But they're the right pick.
Healthy.
I mean, they're the favorite for a reason. All right, Brady, you writing these down? So the NFC representative, Cowboys, NFC representative for Brady is the Rams. Okay. AFC will do it. Let's do the AFC in the next segment because I don't think we're having enough time here with just a handful of minutes. But in that NFC, who else are you thinking about? I know you're thinking about the Cowboys. You can make, there's so many good cases to me to make in the NFC this year, which is another reason I think the Rams may have a tough road. Like Seattle, if Jadarian Price can handle the workload and is as good as Kenneth Walker, and they drafted him in the first round, then Seattle probably gets better than they were a year ago, don't they? A full year with Shaheed to go with JSN. Sam Darnold, we've seen Sam Darnold now for 2 years do this basically.
I think they'll still be good. I just don't know if they're going to be just as good as they were last season. I think it's going to take a little bit to adjust without Kenneth Walker because he was a big part of that offense last year. Obviously, as we saw in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Man, I think they're a team that's getting overlooked big time to go back to repeat. We both agree that Detroit, but although I think Dallas has had a better offseason to make their defense better than Detroit has.
Right.
But Detroit could still go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it depends on the health of their defense because that's what killed them last year. Because remember the first couple weeks they were pretty lights out. They were in the NFC Championship game that year before. Was that season before?
Yeah.
No, the season before. And they were at home and lost. And remember, I know you're saying that the Cowboys need to make sure they're home. Well, then they lost at home to the Packers in that big upset a couple years ago too. So, yeah, I think with Detroit, last year just kind of gave me some pause a little bit. It's kind of like, oh, there's a lot of cracks in this team if things don't go completely right. So I think they got a lot to show us. Especially defensively.
They do. And I think, again, you're right. Like the injuries killed them defensively. I'm not sure Aiden Hutchinson isn't right up there among the best defensive players in football. Sure. I think he probably is. So it could get there if they get healthy. I think the Lions are an interesting pick this year. I do. I'm just not in on Green Bay. I'm just not. Minnesota, I want to be in on Minnesota. I think they're a fascinating story. But Kyler Murray, I think it's a little bit too much of a stretch. And Chicago, like I'm as high on Ben Johnson probably in Chicago as anybody. That's a big step for Caleb Williams. Man, he looked good last year, though. He could make it.
He did.
We see young quarterbacks take that step all the time. He could totally make it this year. I think they're probably a pretty interesting pick this year, too. I'll be honest, I don't really know what to do with their defense. How good is the Chicago defense going to be? I think that's kind of a question for me, and I know that's funny because I just put Dallas in there with as historically bad as their defense has been. Man, but they've added Quinnen Williams now, Caleb Downs. They've drafted a billion dudes to that defense. They've done the right stuff, and I got to give them credit for that because so often they have not. They've done the right stuff. It's a bold move. I get it. And if you think the NFC is tough, Brady, wait till we get to the AFC.
Oh, yeah. Wide open there.
There is no clear favorite in the AFC.
No.
Not even close. Goodness gracious. I
have a dark horse pick. If I were to go with the dark horse, I'm looking at the depth chart again on the NFC side. God, when you look at the wide receivers for the Vikings, if Kyler Murray is as good as he used to be,
I agree.
They have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Juan Jennings.
I don't know. I forgot they added Juwan Jennings. I don't know how much they're going to be able to run the ball though, and I think that's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
I mean, I like Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
but he is getting real old.
Right.
So
running back, especially.
I'm hesitant there, but I also, I think there's a chance that Kyler Murray has kind of a magical resurgence here. I definitely think that possibility's out there, and it would be so fun if he did. Again, I am all for give me as many great quarterbacks in the league as we can have at one time. Makes the NFL way more interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take our swing at the AFC. Holy cow! Oh man. I'm gonna go storyline based on this. I know I am. Here we go. We'll do it next. on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. We are glad to be here with you on a Friday. It's good stuff here, Brady. This is fun. Is it fun? Is this fun? Do we constitute this as fun, trying to pick this in such a crazy year? I don't know.
You just gave me flashbacks to Remember the Titans. Remember that scene where Denzel Washington, Coach Boone's like, talk about how much fun they're going to have when one of the guys is like, oh, I'm here to have fun or something like that. Don't remember the whole thing, but I need to rewatch Remember the Titans. I try to rewatch Remember the Titans before each football season to get me pumped, get me in the right mind space.
It's a good movie. I agree.
Love it. Great soundtrack.
We brought that one got brought up in the sports movies conversation. What was that? A couple weeks ago that we had it. I think that one got brought up. Okay, AFC. What in the world are we doing with the AFC? The Ravens are actually the favorite, along with the Bills. Ravens, Bills. Really? Chiefs follow at 16-1. Chargers 17-1. Texans 18-1. Bengals actually 20-1. Broncos, Jags. There are let's have the same exercise we just had with the NFC. You can go first. How many teams, if you're going down, could you squint at and say, yeah, you know what? I think I could see that.
Ooh. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 for me that I could see that could be in there. I mean, the Bills, of course. And I know it's just preseason, but they've been just dominating in the preseason, every game they played in. So that kind of actually does stick out to me a little bit. I just don't know about the Ravens. I just don't know where the defense is at. They had John Harbaugh there for so many years. They got a brand new head coach. So it's kind of like you don't really know what to expect with the brand new coaching staff. Bengals, it's, again, like Dallas and Detroit when we were talking about the NFC, it's about their defense. Are they going to have even just a halfway decent defense, and does Joe Burrow stay healthy the whole season? Looking at the AFC South, I think that's probably, well, I got Houston. Houston was right there. They were a game away from the Super Bowl last year. Yeah, Jacksonville was right there. The Colts, everything went off the rails when they lost Daniel Jones. Before that, they were at the time considered probably the hottest top team in the league at the time.
One loss at that point when they're like 7-1 or something crazy.
Yeah, I think they were the first team to lose a game. I think they had the longest win streak there for a little while.
I believe.
And and the West, the West is pretty stacked too. I mean, the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, they're all kind of right there jockeying. So it's I guess I'll go with the same thing. It's like, what are the teams I'm going to just totally say not a chance? And Dolphins, Browns, and Titans and Raiders.
Steelers. I think those Steelers aren't doing anything.
Steelers, yeah.
That's probably it, though.
Yeah, everybody else is kind of like, it could be any of those teams.
It really could. I'm with you. Jets aren't doing anything.
No, Jets aren't doing it. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm the same way. Now, if I'm talking about really could win a Super Bowl, I think Buffalo could. I'm going to have to say New England could, although I think they have a ton to prove this year. Cincinnati, okay. Like they're like the Cowboys, except I don't know that they've done a ton of things I love to make their defense better. Baltimore's got the coaching change. Baltimore added Hendrickson. I get it with Baltimore. I do. I think they're absolutely a team that could win a Super Bowl. I think Jacksonville could. I think Houston could. I think Denver, the Chargers, and the Chiefs all could. But now the question becomes, Brady, who will? We'll go through and same as last. I'll take you through who I've got the most reservations on. I'll tell you that I've got some interest in the Chargers. You mentioned dark horse. I don't even know if they're a dark horse, but I do think the Chargers still have enough to prove that I'm not gonna make them my pick. But I do think they're a really interesting team to watch in this discussion this year. Denver, I'm not gonna be a hater on Denver, which kind of became a shtick last year. This year, like I was last year, but I'm still not a total believer in Bo Nix. Man, they added Jalen Waddle.
Big pickup.
They've got 2 or 3 running backs that you kind of like. They just drafted another one in Jonah Coleman. I was an R.J. Harvey guy. He did not show out super well as a runner, but he's very gifted as a pass catcher. Denver's kind of loaded here. They've got really good defensive players, 2 of the better defensive players in the league, both Bonito and in the secondary. They've got Surtain, who won a flippin' Defensive Player of the Year award. Denver's kind of got it all there. They're probably not getting enough love. It's kind of a Bo Nix thing for me. I'm still just a little bit. I think Bo Nix is really good. Chiefs fans, I think the Chiefs absolutely can win a Super Bowl. I just think we have to see a little bit first. It's really hard for me this year to put them there because I don't know how good the defense can be. I really don't know. That with that much of a question, I just think it's too big a question at this point to go ahead and acclimate them because they're also going to have to do that. Remember, Brady, with the Chiefs, they haven't been very good offensively in a couple of years. So now you're kind of counting on, and I am optimistic about the offense, but they have to show us that they can be better offensively and quickly get back to the place they were defensively. And so I'm not going to pick them. I think that's too many questions when we're just trying to eliminate the questions. Houston, love the defense, could totally see it. I'm not trusting CJ Stroud with my pick. Trevor Lawrence, kind of the same thing. Love the weapons, love the defense. Trevor Lawrence had a nice year last year. I got to see it again. Got to see him replicate it. Cincinnati, people know how I feel about Joe Burrow. I think he's one of the best in the league. Top guy, right? Top up there in the top 2 or 3. But I don't know what makes us think they're going to be better. They lost their best defensive player. And I would just who did they replace him with? Just like off the top of our heads, I don't think we could give you that answer. So while I think they're going to be an absolute wagon offensively this year, I'm not feeling it enough defensively to make them my pick. Baltimore, to me, it comes down to two teams. Baltimore's one of them, so I'll save them for a second. Go to New England. I want to see him repeat it. I think Vrabel's as good as there is in the business. I don't think he'll be distracted by these offseason shenanigans. We'll see. It's really, can Drake May replicate? He's got more weaponry now there than he has before.
A.J. Brown's there.
Can they be good enough defensively? That schedule is going to be a totally different story. I want to see it. So I'm not going to put them there either, although I think they're absolutely a contender. If Drake May is as advertised, if he plays as well as he did a year ago, won't be surprised at all if they get right back there. So for me, it's down to Buffalo and it's down to Baltimore. Baltimore, new coach. Buffalo, new coach. It's a wash, right? I don't know what to make of that. Both have great running backs and great running games overall. Both have now star receivers, Zay Flowers, DJ Moore. Both get good tight end play. I think Buffalo has a chance to be better defensively than Baltimore. Baltimore could be with the addition of Hendrickson. They just have to prove it. And without Harbaugh there, and they brought in, they brought in somebody to help them defensively, right? They brought in somebody to try to solve that with their new head coaching hire, Jesse Minter. He was with the Chargers for at least a year to be in their defensive coordinator. So they're looking at that way. I get it. I think this, Brady, is Josh Allen's year. I think Buffalo got better, marginally, but better, and they were already really good. I am going to go back to the early to mid-'90s and give us a Cowboys-Bills Super Bowl.
Ooh.
How about that? I told you I was going to go storyline on that. I told you we're going storyline. I'm going Bills and Cowboys. And we'll save our winners for when Paul and TJ get in. but I'm going Cowboys and Bills. What says
That would
Brady?
be a fun
Who
one.
is your AFC representative? Who is taking on your LA Rams?
I've changed my mind probably 3 or 4 times in the last
in both
30, 40
conferences.
seconds.
I've changed my mind.
Yeah, because I started to go with the criteria of, well, which team, which franchise right now has the least amount of question marks, the least amount of unknown. And then when you started talking about going through some of these teams, I just forgot that even the Bills, they have a new head coach too. So there is a lot of new. There's not a lot that's coming back like it was last year.
That's the big question for me on the Bills. Can Joe Brady go win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, honestly, if they still had McDermott, it would be a no question for me. I'd be like,
totally
Bills.
agree.
I'm picking the
totally
Bills.
agree.
But I just don't know, and with the Patriots, I do worry a little bit about all the offseason distractions. It has not been a great, basically since the AFC Championship game, it has not been a good time for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Had a real rough time in those first 3 quarters in the Super Bowl, and all the offseason stuff with Vrabel, and now we trade away one of our top and kind of fan-favorite wide receivers with Kayshon Boutte, and now you're not sure if Christian Gonzalez is going to be back.
And is that offensive line actually any good?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the health there? What's the skill level?
They looked
with,
awful
Will
in the
Campbell?
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
they were
really
hurt.
throughout the playoffs, Drake May kind of overcame that.
Yeah. No, and Drake May was a little banged up during the playoffs and then in the Super Bowl as well. So, yeah, if it wasn't for those things I just mentioned about the Patriots, especially from a homer perspective, I mean, that's my team, it would be easy for me to pick them again. But I'm not sure about Denver. What my pause on Denver, because pretty much everything's back there in Denver as far as all those things we talked about, new head coaches, et cetera, new players, or a loss of a player. That's not the issue with Denver. Actually, what you talk about with Denver is the biggest audition with Waddle. Like, really, the biggest change there has been a big positive. So, but they had so many close wins last year. So many close wins that their season could have went totally a different way. So I try to remember that. You know what? Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy, Jacob. The Jags. I'm going to go with Jacksonville. Same head coach, a lot of the same players, although they lose Travis Etienne. So I don't know what they're going to do on the run game there. He was a big part of their offense.
I like Basil Tootin, by the way.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be fine at running back.
See how Travis Hunter is defensively in year 2.
That's what I'm talking. Brady, that's why you sit in that chair. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's get crazy.
I'm sitting here nervous.
Jags and Rams.
All nervous, like, oh, God, I'm going to pick the Cowboys. This is going to be crazy. And Brady off the top ropes with the Jags. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. So Jags, Rams for Brady. Listen, if Trevor Lawrence replicates, they got weapons. Now
they were salty last year.
I don't know how much Travis Hunter is going to play receiver, but I think you feel good about Brian Thomas and Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington. Maybe Hunter playing exclusively defense helps their defense, which was already pretty good. I think they have a bright young coach there as far as calling offense. If Trevor Lawrence has a great year again, you're not crazy picking the Jags. No. Their odds right now to win the Super Bowl are 30-1. Now, you're not necessarily picking them. Their odds to win the AFC, don't tell us who you're picking, 15-1. Okay, so not, 15-1 down there, not too crazy. They're kind of in the middle of that pack. They're right there with the Cowboys as far as odds goes, and the Broncos, and the Bears, and the Bengals.
Jags had 13 wins last year. They beat Denver in Week 16 at Denver, 34-20.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. I love it so much. All right, so we know who we have playing in our Super Bowls. We'll give you the winner when Paul and TJ join, because we're going to make them, in abbreviated version, give us their spots there on that as well. When we come back, before we do that, we got to pull some cards here for Brady. Let's make some money, Brady. It's Sports Sailor. We're coming right back.
Like hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-01 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
ready to take the cabbage of lies we're fed and shred it into some truth slaw right before your eyes. Today's target.
Wichita's most listened to sports radio. 97.5, 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Warning. I'm warning you.
Welcome back in here to Sports Daily, everybody. Now we're playing some football. We got a Dallas Buffalo Super Bowl over here. We got a Rams Jaguars Super Bowl over here. Holy cow, what are we doing here? We're not giving you a winner yet. Paul Savage snuck in here. Paul, you're not getting a winner out of us yet. Now don't be trying to cheat on the picks here.
Now, the Cowboys, they're not emotional.
They're not.
Pick,
they're not.
I mean,
I think you know me well enough to know I've been very hard on the Cowboys over the years.
Yeah, but sometimes you just that soft spot in your heart
I know.
pops up,
Listen,
and it's obvious there. And I'm wondering if this is one of those moments.
I couldn't talk myself out of it. Couldn't talk myself out of it. We'll get your picks here in just a minute, Savage.
But we haven't made the official picks.
Paul, bring in TJ and Paul in a minute. We're gonna reset the picks. And how we do that. So we'll let everybody know how that's going. Brady's got the Sports Daily poll coming for us in just a few minutes as well. And then we can, later in this hour, get to a couple of the storylines out of the NFL, the Josh Jacobs situation getting messy, all of it coming for you here on Sports Daily. It's all coming. What's on tap? Brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, featuring Oktoberfest, the deeply copper-colored German-style brew that'll make you click your heels, grab your stein, and follow the copper brick road to the land of Oktoberfest. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. We have you available on the KFH hotline, 869-1240. You can make fun of our picks all day on the social channels, Facebook, YouTube, X. That's all available for you. Glad to be here with you. You can also, of course, find us on 12 News Connected. You can get in touch with the show by voicemail, voice message, if you're listening to us through the Odyssey app. We'll get to picks in a little bit, but first, Brady's favorite segment of the show. I don't know about anybody else. Let's get to that Sports Daily poll. Hit it, Max.
Excuse me, do you have the Carl Yastrzemski baseball card from 1973 when he had big sideburns?
Show me the $30, because if you ain't got it, I ain't getting off the stool.
Sports Daily Poll.
All right, are we through that pack?
Here we go.
Are we through that pack of 2025 cards here, Brady?
We still got a few more left in it. It was like a big, giant 20-card pack that I found.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So
we had two good ones yesterday. You had rookie variants yesterday, both DJ Giddens and Cam Ward. Listen to me with the lingo now. I'm learning here in this segment. Rookie variant cards. But we know these are 2025s. We're going to take two more here.
All right, here we go. Yesterday was this gonna be tough to top, but no matter what these cards are, nothing like a good Friday pool. That's what's important.
Boy, I just wish I could agree with you. There are a lot of things better than that.
Oh my! We got a variant.
We got
two variants. All right, first we got this. This is just a base rookie card, but we got Ty Robinson. We all know him.
Who's that?
Ty Robinson looks like an offensive lineman for the Eagles.
He looks like a rugby player.
Big dude.
What's he wearing? Holy cow, he's big. Go look at a picture of him from Nebraska. Apparently is where he played. A defensive lineman.
Had 7 sacks for 2020 in 2024 for the Huskers.
I thought you were going to say for the Eagles. I was like, well, maybe we should know who that is. Drafted in the 4th round by the Eagles out of Nebraska. 315 pounds, I think he is.
That's a lot of beef right there.
That's a lot of beef. Okay. I will. That is now the second player that I could tell you. I don't really know who that is or very much about him. Ty Robinson joining the 1st round pick of the Arizona Cardinals in 2025. So that's 2. Okay. So that is it's just a base rookie, or did you say that's a variant?
It's just a base rookie card. I think they all have that foil on them on the base side. So good luck to Ty Robinson, the defensive tackle.
The
It's
picture
crazy.
coming
They're getting
from
kind of lazy.
Combine, it looks like. I don't know what that is.
They're getting lazy on the back of these cards because remember, it used to be it had everything about them. Oh, like whatever their sign is, favorite food, all that stuff used to be on there. Now there's not even a height and weight here. Come on.
Well, we can
do
tell
better.
it's big
guy.
tall.
And this is a Hog Heaven series of non-base cards, but we got a nice JSN here. It's a good-looking card.
Okay, so it's not a rookie card, but is a JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, reigning Offensive Player of the Year variant card. So you would imagine that one's got some value, yeah?
I mean, it looks cool. The Hog, I don't know how common these are.
Does it look cool?
As far as variant cards.
Hog Heaven, is that a play
Hog
on
Heaven is
pigskin?
I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the foil makes it hard for the camera to focus, but
no, we got it. We got it.
Back-to-back days of decent pulls. I mean, it's always good to get a rookie card, no matter what.
You putting Hog Heaven in a sleeve?
Oh yeah. Oh, they're both going in sleeves.
Oh,
yeah. Put the rookie in the sleeve.
Okay. At some point, I'm going to need you to report back on some of these values for us. This is Paul Savage's wheel. Paul Savage is going to love this segment. Paul Savage is a collector.
Yeah, I am. I mean, there's no question about that. I'm with you. I understand everything you're saying. I like it. I think it's really fun. I don't know if you remember this, Mr. Brady, but there was a day we used to have guys like Joe Rocco come in. Joe Rocco and I came in and would do, sports memorabilia, and we had a ball. And I'll tell you what, we'd go for 2 hours. And the phones wouldn't stop ringing, asking questions of Joe as to what the values were and that kind of thing.
Paul, Paul, I got to tell you how this was born. And I know your memorabilia. Now, are you into the cards as well, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I follow them.
You're more memorabilia.
I'm more of
I know
autographs and game used memorabilia. That's that.
So,
but
Paul,
sure,
this
I'm
segment,
into
to your point on that, I was running my mouth. Brady's been, trying to, we should pull some cards. And I'm like, that people do not want to that is no bad. And so I ran my mouth and said, all right, if you can get 5 calls in the next, whatever we said, 20 minutes or before the end of the show or whatever it was, we'll do it. And man, we had them in 30 seconds. And I'm like, all right, fine. So now
Joe's segment was always really popular. People loved it. People would ask me sometimes, when are you going to have Joe back? When are you going to have Joe back? And then that was really something.
Rest
what
in
I'd
peace,
like
Joe
to
Rocco.
see Brady do, what I'd like to see Brady do is I'd like to see him. How about some WNBA cards? And let's get personally me, because I want one, a Caitlin Clark rookie. Can we do that?
Oh, there we
I
go.
would imagine that's not going to be easy to get your hands on, Mr. Savage.
Well, I mean, they're around. I mean, everything. Certainly, there are things that become difficult to acquire, but they're acquirable if you kind of got the jack, I guess. But no, how about this show? Our goal is to someday own within our little 4 walls of this show a Caitlin Clark.
We'll see.
Card.
Listen,
I think everybody
from Hobby Armor up in Valley Center sent Brady a big old box of all kinds of stuff. There may be some cards in there that could be Caitlin Clark. We got some stuff. So we'll see how that goes. So that's the poll today. One, JSN 2025. That's got to be. That's what to get it. Like that's where I have a hard time. It's like, all right, that's a special card. He had a special year last year. It's got to be worth something. Report back on that, Brady. Report back on if that's got any value.
Well, remember, for the longest time until we had that yesterday's pull, the DJ Giddens and Cam Ward rookie cards, all our hopes as far as what we pulled so far of having any value was this Dylan Gabriel rookie card. Well, he had quite the preseason game last night against the Patriots. 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Oh, did he?
Dylan Gabriel.
I must have missed that. I was not tuned in to the Browns and the Patriots' 3rd preseason game. The Chiefs have a preseason. Chiefs have a preseason game tonight, by the way, if you're so inclined. Okay. All right. So okay. There it is. All right. So we're going to make picks in the next segment. We're going to treat this as our first week of picks.
One more question?
Yeah.
One more question with cards. Jason and Brady, I would love to know for you two, which for each of you is your favorite baseball, basketball, football card of all time. What's your favorite?
I don't have an answer.
What?
In my collection or that I want?
The one that you own and you can pick up and look at it and love it and feel it and look at it anytime you want. What's that one card? The one card that nobody could ever buy, nobody could ever trade from you.
Probably I have an Upper Deck Tom Brady rookie card that if it was in a little bit better condition, it would be worth quite a bit of money. And it's just a base. But I also have one where he was combined with Giovanni Carmazzi, that San Francisco 49ers quarterback that was drafted. He was on the same card because at the time, nobody thought Tom Brady would be anything.
That's right.
Here's
beautiful. We'll put him with this guy.
Collection. This is
okay.
You want to know about my collection?
Yeah,
it's these
tell
that
me.
have been gifted to me. I've got a Razor Ramon WWF card. Alvin Harper, my favorite cowboy of all time, and my other favorite cowboy of all time, Larry Allen. I got 2 of those. My nephew got me those. That's all I have. That's my collection. So you don't have a lot to choose from there. I keep that back here for just that kind of question, I suppose. All right, that's the polls. When we come back, the picks. Picking your nose over there. We're coming right back.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, Tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Is on KFH.
All right, here we go. Here it is, everybody. We got the full gang in. TJ Cleveland hops in. It is a Friday tradition unlike any other, going for, man, I don't know, Savage. How many years have been Friday picks? 20, 25 years?
25 years. Let's say 25. I think that's.
I don't even remember who won last year. I really don't. But we're gonna change the format this year. Here's what we're gonna do, just to set this up and why we're doing this a week earlier than planned. Got me thinking, like, we should predict this thing out and put a little value in that, mix it up a little bit. So what we're gonna do this year, we'll still do, the same idea on Fridays. We'll pick usually 6 games, 3 college, 3 pro. And we will now put them on a point system. It'll keep it a little simpler and easier for us to keep track of, too. You simply get a point for a correct pick. Okay, so we're just going to have a point system there. But what we're adding into the mix and why we're doing this today is we're going to get predictive on this also. So we're going to mix in picking our national championship representatives for 3 points, our Super Bowl representatives for 3 points, our Super Bowl winner for 5, and our national champion for 5. So we're changing it up. We're mixing it up a little bit, getting it in there. Everybody's feeling good. Brady and I gave you our Super Bowl participants. So Paul and TJ will give you a chance to change yours now based on what we did. If you would like to, tail us, which would be the smart thing to do.
Right.
I've got an early 90s rebound Cowboys versus Bills Super Bowl. Let's go. I won't give you my winner yet. Brady is rolling in with the Rams and the Jags, baby. Let's go. So if that changes your opinion, you can. So that's what's laid out here for us to pick today. We need your Super Bowl representative, Super Bowl champion. We need your college national championship representatives and national champion. And without further ado, Max, let's hit the music and go for it.
Hey, sports bettors, ready for some picks destined to fail? It's time to hear what the Sports Daily staff thinks of the weekend games.
All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's start in college as we get week 0 underway and the Aer Lingus and, all of those things getting ready to go for us. So here we go. Let's do it. Let's start with TJ. You can go first on a college football national championship game.
Yeah, we're in week 0. We had games last night, and I really like what I saw from Ferris State. They went down to Pittsburgh, Kansas, and really gave it to the jungle. So if I had to pick a team that's going to go to the national championship game, it's probably going to be the Ferris State Bulldogs, former home of Trinidad Chambliss, but I assume you're talking about FBS football. So we'll pick teams from those. I think that I'm giving you my participants here, right?
Yep, participants.
Okay. All right. I think that one team that is, people have talked a lot about is that they're not going to be quite the same, but Indiana, they graduated, obviously, that historic class that they have, but look at the class that they brought in. Like, there's not going to be Fernando Mendoza there, but we saw headline after headline when the transfer portal opened about the guys that they were bringing in because they can. They've got the dough to go do whatever they want. Toby Osunzami, East Blue Ace, is going to be Indiana Hoosier this year. I think they're going to be really good. The team that they're going to meet there, I'll give you a storybook matchup in the championship game. I like Notre Dame versus Indiana to get the in-state matchup for a national championship
year.
Notre Dame's going to be really good, I think. CJ Carr is probably going to be the best college quarterback this year. And they got Ian Premer, too. Give me some Kansas flair.
A little Kansas flair in there. All right, Paul, who are you putting in the championship game?
Well, we have so many teams. I mean, it's just crazy. Obviously, you got to get an SEC. I'm going to put one SEC team in there, and I think it could be Georgia. I think it could be Ole Miss. I think it could be LSU. I think all those teams will be good. I think it could be Texas. But it sounds like to me the money being thrown around nowadays in the SEC is kind of with LSU. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with LSU, and on the other side of the bracket, I don't know how you don't say Ohio State. I mean, they're in the headlines all the time with kids they're signing and what they're doing. So I'm going to say Ohio State and LSU.
Okay. Brady?
Oh, man. This is tough.
It is tough.
I think this is tougher to pick in the Super Bowl.
Way tougher. For sure. Way tougher. You kidding?
Let's go. You know what? I'm going to go with a team that I doubted early on last year, but then kind of made a run and surprised me a little bit. I'm going to get Miami in there. Why not? And how about, here we go. This will be a fun one. Miami and Texas.
Miami and Texas. Okay. Are you writing these down, Brady? You're in charge of writing these down.
I got it. I opened up a doc. We're good.
Okay, good.
You know, Brady, I was wanting to really make fun of you, but I'll tell you what, I had Texas in the back of my mind. I'm not going to lie to you. I had Texas in the back of my mind.
I do too, guys. Texas is on my short list. I want so badly for this Arch Manning redemption story. Like, Arch Manning, for people are weird, man. I want him to be good so bad. I wanted to find a way to put Texas Tech in this thing just for the Big 12 love, but I just don't think they can stack up. I kind of made this about quarterbacks. It's really all we know, right?
We don't know who Texas Tech's quarterback's going to be. They just signed somebody.
Yeah,
who's that?
Number two recruiting in the entire country. Yeah.
Oh, maybe can he play? I don't know.
We got Julian Sayin in there.
Yes, I think he can play.
From my wife's hometown of Carlsbad, California, of course.
Really? I'll be darned.
Yeah, I just found that out.
I did not know
about
that.
6 minutes ago, as I'm trying to make a decision. Notre Dame, I'm with TJ. I like Carr at quarterback. I like Arch. How do you not like Dante Moore at Oregon? This is just brutally difficult, guys. I have had a hard time with this. I don't want to take Ohio State. I can't stand Ohio State.
Let me ask you a question. What can you go with? Can you go with Lane Kiffin? Can you choose change the Kiffin?
What are you talking about? Absolutely not. In no universe am I going Lane Kiffin. That guy's so desperate he's colluding with NFL roster cuts to come back and play college.
Well, that's my point. He'll do whatever it takes to win. Okay,
absolutely not.
All
right. I got to go with my gut here. Give me Arch Manning in Texas. Just too good a story. I'll kind of be pulling for that in the back of my head. I'm a Notre Dame guy. My gut on this initially, I'll just stick with my gut, was to go Texas and Oregon. I'm going to go Texas and Oregon. Love the two quarterbacks. This is just absolute agony trying to pick this thing. I have no idea. I'm just going with the quarterbacks.
I think last year we had quite a few Penn States and Clemson.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Speaking of Penn State, there's a lot of people that like Penn State in there. I'd love to put Texas Tech in there. I'm a big Marcus Freeman guy. You almost have me talked into Notre Dame, but I'll just stick with my gut because it gives me a chance at Texas, Oregon. Did you have Texas also, Brady?
Yeah.
And Miami?
In Miami.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So I thought I would be on an island with Texas, honestly. I just want the Arch Manning story to be good. That's really all I'm rooting for there. All right, let's take you to the winners quickly here, and then we'll move on to the NFL. TJ, who's winning your national championship?
The
For
Irish.
5 points.
The Irish, they're going to get it done finally.
Okay. I love it. I hope they do. Big Marcus Freeman fan. Get his championship.
And then he's going to get an
follow.
NFL head coaching job.
I was about to say, follow Harbaugh, win the title, and then move on to the NFL, where we all know he'd be great. All right, Paul, who's your champion?
LSU.
Damn.
Paul loves Lane Kiffin.
Why?
Lane? Oh, well, I'll tell you what. The guy knows what he's doing.
Does he?
I think, well, yes. Hello.
I mean, it's worked out for him so far.
Has it?
I mean,
Does he
LSU
get
head
kids
coach,
all
and he's
over the
getting
place?
paid.
Paul,
If
the
you
guy
had
that
to-
left his team in the middle of their playoff run, I can't believe you're in on Lane.
I didn't know
That's
we
the
were
opposite
picking.
of the Paul Savage way.
I didn't know we were picking the most moral guy in college football.
Was it
now,
that-
if we're gonna pick the most moral guy in college football?
Was
I
it
probably
that?
won't
Was
go
it
with
that
Kiffin.
7-6 record that had you at Tennessee? Was it that 28-15 record at USC? Maybe it was that. Maybe it was that 26-13 record at Florida Atlantic that has you
What
convinced.
about
Let
the
me tell you
NFL
what it
stats?
is.
The NFL stats.
Oh, yeah, with
or
the
maybe-
Raiders. The Raiders.
Hey,
Or maybe at Ole Miss, where he lost 20 games over
have you
6
guys been
years.
following who he's getting? I mean, he is getting basically what looks
Paul,
like
he's
an
so
NFL
desperate. He's calling the
an
Browns,
NFL
asking them if
roster.
they'll trade him players for who knows what.
Yeah, he's getting a pro roster for guys' sakes, fellas.
Lane
Trying
Kiffin.
to.
They are.
What has Lane Kiffin done? Been gifted more jobs than anybody in history.
Paid a
Goodness
lot of
gracious.
money, I can tell you that.
All right,
You wanna
Brady,
know
who's
what
your
he's done?
champion?
Again, just with the same reasoning, and honestly, I can't tell you anything really about the depth chart, but just based off last year, a team that I didn't think deserved to be in the playoffs, and they go all the way to the championship game, and it goes down to the wire against Indiana, if I remember right. That was a close national championship game, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Miami. I'll go Miami over Texas.
Okay, I'll take Texas.
All right.
I'll take
All right.
Texas. Give me Arch Manning. Good stories all over the place with that. I've been seeing a lot of stuff. I think Netflix is doing a documentary on the Vince Young game against USC, and that's probably in the back of my head swaying me here. But yeah, give me Arch in Texas. Let's let the young man.
About
shut
time,
the
Arch. Let's
critics
go. Come on.
up. All right. So we already know the NFL attendees. Brady and I did that over a segment in the last hour. I have Dallas and Buffalo. Brady has the Rams and the Jaguars. So let's start with the participants. Paul, you can start this one here. Who is going to your Super Bowl?
Who's going to the Super Bowl? And let me tell you, with both the American and the National Conference, I'm really torn between two teams. I'll give you my two teams I'm torn between. It's Buffalo and it's Denver. Having been a fan of Hard Knocks, I've kind of got a good feeling, I think.
Are they
for
still
Denver.
doing that show?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who is it with this year?
It's just getting better. It's Denver, and I'm not. I'm sorry, not Denver. Seattle. It's Seattle, and but I'm still going with Denver. Was what 2 years ago, I think, or whatever it was. But anyway, with Buffalo and Denver, you know something. I think I've just got to go with. I hate to do it with you, obviously, Jacob, but I guess I got to go with Buffalo. I'm going to go with Buffalo. I don't want to go with Buffalo, but I'm going with Buffalo.
Smart man, TJ.
I think that the NFC is just a weird year. You know, as I was going through it, like I don't really feel good about any of the teams because it might just because it's kind of deep. It's not so much that it's like not going to be good, but the Rams are going to be really, really good. But then you look at the teams that are going to be after that. Like I don't feel that good about the Seahawks going back. Like I don't feel good about the 49ers. You know, then it's like after that, I mean, you're throwing darts at the Cowboys. Like you're throwing darts at teams like that. So for that one, just give me the Rams because I think that, you know, it's the one that I don't feel like is a long shot. I think that they're the team that is the favorite for a good reason. So I think the Rams are going to get there from the NFC. And then in the AFC, I know I feel like I talk myself into it every year, but I really think that Kenneth Walker is going to make the Chiefs really, really good. And I don't want to be the guy on the local sports channel that talks about the Chiefs that picks the Chiefs to go to it because I think I probably have every single year that we've done the picks. But looking at the flaws that they had last year, I really think that they're going to address them if they can stay healthy on the offensive line and they run the ball and they go under center and do the things that they are set up to do. they're going to be really, really good, and they're going to be really hard to beat, especially because it looks like Patrick Mahomes is going to be healthy to play. So I think it's Chiefs-Rams.
Yeah, hang tight, Paul. You still got to give us your AFC. I think
you didn't give me.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it.
Okay.
TJ, I'm with you on the Chiefs. We talked about it. The only thing, how good is the defense going to be?
It's true.
That's it. It just so, and it could be good. It could be really good. It's all new players. Who knows? But that's the one thing that holds me back on them. All right, Paul, who's your AFC rep?
Well, again, I wanted to do both conferences with my two.
Sorry, your NFC rep. NFC.
Yeah, that's right. NFC.
I got you down for Bills.
I'm really solid with the Rams. I think the Rams could really be a good football team. We all know they're going to be good. The other one that I'm kind of looking at right now is Detroit. And I don't know if it's just because I'm a fan of Dan Campbell. I don't know. It might be tainting my ability to make a really rock solid pick. So it's either Detroit or the Rams. But I think ability wise, is there a team that is going to be any better than the Rams? They may be the best team in the NFL. So I'm taking the Rams in the National Football League.
Rams, Bills, real bold, the two favorites. That away, Paul. Real bold.
Well, come on. Well, there's a reason I won this thing 3 years in a row before last year.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it, Jacob. That's the
thing.
Can't
I love
it.
the Rams roster like everybody else, but man, they are an old quarterback with a bad back injury away from unraveling. Sorry, Ty Simpson. No offense, but that's what worries me there. All right, now we got to pick winners here. Couple minutes left. Brady, you can go first. Your Rams Jags Super Bowl. Who is your Super Bowl champion?
Is everybody sitting down? Oh, good. We're gonna go with the Rams here. On this
come
one.
on.
Yeah,
You had the chance.
Shocking. Yeah, and three of us picked the Rams, by the way, to be in the Super Bowl for the NFC. So yeah,
just an opportunity for this guy. That's all it is. All right, give me Buffalo. They'll reverse the trend. They'll break the trends. They'll make history. Bills, Cowboys, all the history of those Super Bowls. It's Josh Allen's year. I'm with you, but you said it earlier. If they still had Sean McDermott, I would say Buffalo's my favorite to win. And I'm still telling you they're going to win, but I feel like I'm making a bold move with the new head coach saying that. But he knows the system. A lot shouldn't change. I love DJ Moore there with Josh Allen. I think they're a complete team. Give me Buffalo as my Super Bowl champion. Paul?
Well, something that's really hard on those picks. I was going to take LA, and then Brady takes LA, and then I was going to take Buffalo because Brady took LA, and then you take Buffalo. So now I'm really torn. So now I've got to look at which team is best. And somebody said, I think it was Brady who said, way to step out there, and as I pick two favorites. I don't care. I don't care what you say, Brady. It doesn't affect me. I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
For the record.
Was it TJ? All right.
Well, listen, I would never say anything bad about you, Paul.
But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going with the Rams. Come on. They're the best team in the NFL as we speak.
Okay. TJ?
This is why this segment's stupid, because I don't believe that the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl, but I can't pick the Rams. If three of us have the Rams.
Points.
I know.
5 points.
Those 5 points might be handy down the stretch, but I think my pride just won't let me follow everybody else. I should have been able to pick first here, and then we go that way. But I guess give me the Chiefs. I'll be happy. So we'll just do it that way.
Yeah.
What in the world is going on here?
I don't believe that at all, but I'll take it for gamesmanship.
They sit there as about the 5th highest odds-on favorite. Everybody knows it's still them. Everybody knows it's still Mahomes. You get them to the playoffs. They've shown they can win it on the road. It's not crazy to say they could do it. It has more questions than some of these other teams.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, here's the odds. The odds are none of us get it because there are some good football teams, and the fact that we basically think 3-4 teams are going to win the NFL.
Yeah, you remember who made
Super Bowl? Man, I'm telling you what, there's a lot.
You remember who made it last year? There wasn't a person in the planet Earth that said the Seahawks and Patriots are going to play in the Super Bowl.
I see what you mean. Yeah, that's right.
So
who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Not me.
Whatever. All right. Next week, we will continue this fun into some high school sports.
What's the spread we're going to pick for K-State and Nichols?
Ooh.
Well, we'll find out next
51
week.
51.5.
We're going to have KU to pick. We're going to have K-State to pick. We're going to have 2 NFL games that we can pick. We're going to have fun next week. It'll be a blast. But this gets us started. Brady, you're keeping tabs here. Brady's got the point system. We'll also talk high school football next week as TJ will stick around. And we'll have more sports today. We'll come back. We'll take you around some of these NFL headlines, Josh Jacobs and others. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
9 7 5 and 1240 KFH, Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Betters. Ready for some picks destined to fail.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
Welcome back in here. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman, Paul Savage with us here in hour number 3 on a Friday. Looking forward to we've been in the groove this week, where this is the regular fall groove. 3 hours live with you. Paul, TJ's are going to hop in on Fridays, help us pick some games. You'll hear both Paul and TJ throughout. It's a good time of year, boys. We're almost to football season. It's not a good time of year if you're a Green Bay Packer fan, though. Josh Jacobs is in a mess here in court and formally charged 2 misdemeanors. He was arrested in May, battery and damage to property. There's been body camera video or a police department release, I should say. There were some really intense charges on this. What's that, Brady?
I think it was a video from a camera in the garage or something like that.
That police used in their report.
Right. The prosecution will use. So obviously we're not going to see that until all this is over. But
he's going to get suspended, and he's going to get suspended probably for a decent amount of games. The question becomes, when does he get suspended? He should get suspended. I think that
I lost my headphone. Hold on.
There needs to be a no tolerance policy on any of this. So the Packers, though, who are a team that think they're going to compete, are going to now not have, for some time, whenever it comes, he's not scheduled for an initial court date until November 17th. The NFL can suspend him before that. Now, I don't think we have a lot of history of them, though, doing that. Right? They typically will wait until these things play out in the court system, and then they will suspend. Just off of the top of my head, I don't know if they have access to the video to perhaps make a different conclusion on their own. I'm not sure. But typically, they wait. And so the Packers, if they wait for a court case in November, are looking at a potential scenario where Jacobs is suspended for the most meaningful games if they wait. It's not all that dissimilar to the Rashee Rice situation, right? Where we all knew it was bad, but it was kind of a question of, well, when are they going to do it? And then it got delayed, and then all of those things. The only challenge is here, if there's video and they can get their hands on it early, do they feel comfortable making a swifter move on this?
Well, I think right now, if the Packers or the NFL does have access to that video, if I were them, I probably wouldn't say they have access to that video right now until all this is done, because, going back to Ray Rice, that's really what did him in, was that there was video of it. And when that was released, that was it for him. And I think since there's actual video on this, and this isn't necessarily a he said, she said situation. Again, if the NFL actually has access to the video, I would not say that they do right now. If I were the NFL, because it will come out eventually, and if it comes out and if it's really, really bad, which it sounds like it is, and everybody knows, like, wait, so you guys saw that video, you knew that, and didn't suspend them then?
Kareem Hunt video.
Yeah,
now the Chiefs made that decision.
Right.
We know with the Ray Rice situation, like, if the video gets public and then the Packers, right? And then the Packers don't do anything with it, should the Packers be suspending him? The Chiefs cut him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember with Rice. Did the Ravens cut him? Was he suspended? I can't recall. But with Kareem Hunt, the Chiefs made their decision. I don't think he played another game after that video came out.
Mm-hmm. And here's the problem with the Packers. If I was to say to you two guys, hey, fellas, in the NFL, take all the teams in the NFL, who likes to portray themselves as the small town, family-friendly, go with your own NFL team? I got houses in the parking lot. Who's that one team in the league that you would say has the image of the family-friendly football team? I think it would be the Green Bay Packers. So the Packers have a real problem here. And obviously they've dealt with this kind of stuff before. But I'll tell you what, it's of all the teams, I expect the right thing to be done by the team. It's the Green Bay Packers. But, who knows? It's football, and those things are, and I don't know how forgiving, Packer Nation is if they bring back somebody that's obviously done some bad things. And I don't know. It's hard to say. But the Packers, I expect more from them than a lot of these other teams. But that's just me.
I don't know what you're right, Brady. Do they have the video? And if they have it, are they going to say they have it?
They've got it. You can't go to the grocery store and not be on 15 different videos.
If this was video, and I'm not totally, up to speed on where they're at in the case. If it's just video that police have had access to that they include in their police report and it hasn't showed up in court yet, we may not have access to it, right? That police aren't, they may choose to, I guess they could put it out there. I'm not sure, but the reality becomes what leeway the Chiefs cut Kareem Hunt, right? Based on because we saw it happen.
That is correct.
Do the Packers have the ability to only suspend Josh Jacobs? They could certainly bench him. They have that prerogative. They could just bench him, or do they cut him? And I don't know what they do. They if it's intentional abuse like that, we have teams that have a little bit of a track record when we can see it of making swift decisions. The Chiefs were happy to let the Rashee Rice situation play itself out as long as it could. But Rashee Rice did not go and there's different situations, the optics of it, dangerous, horrible, bad thing, but there was no smoking gun, right? Like there was with Kareem Hunt, like there was with Rashee Rice. Will there be here? I don't know. I'm with you, Paul. Like if there's a group of fans who own the team, right? That might say, yeah, we're not putting up with that. Goodbye. Would it be the Packers? It's a weird situation because if that case isn't until November, yet there is video out there that I don't think is out there publicly yet, it's going to change how this all plays out.
Yeah, it's not out publicly, and we probably will not see that video if it ever does become public until after this trial
after
done.
court, right? It would become public in court.
We will see it, fellas. Yeah. There's no, you've got open record acts where you can go get that film if that's the case.
Open record acts
but this
don't
will have
cover
to go
a private video in a garage, though. I don't believe.
Yeah, this was his private surveillance system.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. It's not body cam video or something like that.
Yeah, this isn't body cam. This is Josh Jacobs' own security system. So, which I'm sure the police looked into. To
which
use like it's private,
but I don't, and I don't believe Brady. I don't believe that you can open records request somebody's private security video, even if it has been used in an investigation like that.
That doesn't work. Not for private video, but if this video becomes part of testimony and that kind of thing,
there you go. And
I think it can. Right, and I think you go to the DA and you can request that stuff if I'm not mistaken.
Well, and we get to the point, too, where is there enough of a criminal component on this where it can't be the choice? Like the prosecution comes from the police report, not from the victim potentially. So I'm not sure. But we're gonna let it play out, I guess, for now. It'll play out that way. November. Packers are going to have to deal with it. Josh Jacobs is going to have to deal with it. And another horrible situation that I wish we never had to talk about. In the NFL. Derek says the football picks are getting him hyped up. Us too, Derek. Us too. We're ready. Rick says Minnesota is not winning a Super Bowl to the conversation earlier. I don't think they are either, Rick. I don't think Brady thinks they are either. But I think they have a roster good enough that if you told me the best version of Kyler Murray shows up. From what we've seen in the NFL, you plug the best version of Kyler Murray onto that roster, I'm not counting them out as a team that has no chance. There are teams that have no chance. I don't think I can say Minnesota's one of those teams until we see Kyler Murray play.
I'm waiting, in other words.
Yeah, we've seen him be good in the past, and he's going to a team that has a coach that typically J.J. McCarthy not included, gets the best out of quarterbacks.
I'm waiting with this team is my point. Is that, yeah, I mean, there's going to be certain fits. It's going to take a little bit of time to, get your groove on with everybody. I mean, it's not cookie cutter where you just go get it and fit it in like a car part. It's, there's got to be some mojo, you understand? And I know you guys understand that, but it could end up being one of those things where you're right. There is some upside in there. There's plenty of upside if this thing can get going with the two parties.
They got a good roster. Remember Sam Darnold?
They've got a good roster.
Sam Darnold got him close, and that's a lot of the same.
He has guys to throw to.
Yeah, he does, and he's a weapon when he's right.
When
he
he's
hasn't
playing,
been right in a long time.
Right.
It's been injuries. It's been a lot of things as to why he has not been right. But when he's his best, he's had
fun to watch.
He's had some good years. He's a good runner. He's a good thrower. He doesn't probably, take care of the ball as much as you'd like your quarterback to take care of the ball. Probably a little too many interceptions, but he's got a high completion percentage. He was a good runner in 2024. He didn't run much last year. In the games that he played, 5, he only carried the ball. So he had 6 carries a game. In his peak rushing season, let me go back and look at that. And this has been, 6 years ago now, so that's probably not fair to expect it. He was at almost 8.5 runs per game, so ran it quite a bit more back in those days. I don't know how much they're going to want him to run in Minnesota. I think he kind of needs to be on the move. He is 29 years old now, so certainly of an age where he could move around still, probably pretty well. But he's been an accurate thrower in the league. We'll see. I'm not picking him or anything. I'm intrigued by them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the resurgence we saw out of Trevor Lawrence last year. Goodness, look at the resurgence we saw out of Sam Darnold in Minnesota 2 years ago. It happens all the time now in the NFL, more than it used to. You remember when we could tell you whether a quarterback was going to be any good or not within a 2 or 3 year window? Be like, yeah, nope, they're not any good, or yes, they're good. Now we've got Baker Mayfields and Sam Darnolds and Kirk Cousins to some degree a while ago. We've got this Daniel Jones last year in Indianapolis. These things happen frequently now in the NFL where guys go be good somewhere else.
Which just
Why
goes
not
to
Kyler
show
Murray?
you. Yeah, it just goes to show you, man, oh man, there's not that many quarterbacks out there, and everybody wants one, don't they?
They all want one. All right, that does it. That's a week in the books, fellas. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait next week. We've got the full Insider crew coming in. We're going to be rocking and rolling each and every day. We'll have football games to talk about, real ones from week 0 of college football. We'll be making picks. We'll be doing all kinds of fun things. We'll be previewing game action for both K-State and KU. We will get clarity on Kenyon Giles' situation, I think, next week. We got a lot of fun stuff coming for you, and we can't wait to do it. Thanks to Max for keeping the ship headed in the right direction. Thanks to Paul and TJ for popping in. For Brady, I'm Jacob. We'll see you Monday.